Phil back out here in the hardwoods, back at Mr. Lowball's. Yesterday I was out here and had my first incidental catch of the year. Earlier in the year I was telling you all about catching your pets and stuff and how you should try to keep them leashed up. Well, I caught a dog, a rather large sized dog. Luckily it was a low set, and it got him around the shoulders instead of the neck. So he was a nice dog, pretty dog. He hadn't been on there too long. It must have just happened, but he was tagged. He had a chip as well. And so, Lord of mercy, if you're going to spend that much on your dog, you need to make sure to keep an eye on it, because, you know, I don't want the thing to get trapped in here, choked to death or worse, you know. And so again, folks, keep your dogs, you know, close to home. Don't let them run loose, because something bad happened to them. And you know, if you don't have the time to sit and watch your dog when you let it go outside, or if you don't want to let it go run in the yard or have it fenced in, then really you shouldn't have a pet. Because you know, when I'm trapping, I'm trying to do it in such a way that it don't cause any harm to anybody else. And you know, Chris lets everybody know that he's got this going on over here, so don't let your dogs run loose, because it could hurt them or kill them. But anyway, it was a nice dog. It was scared, of course. I come up to it and turned him loose. Got him out of the snare pretty easy. I didn't have to cut him out or anything. He was a pretty dog, but folks, it goes again, you know, like I said, don't let your dogs run loose, especially out here in the country, because bad things can happen to them. And I don't want to see it, because I don't want to give trappers a bad name. I'm not out here trying to cause problems. I'm just trying to catch coyotes. So, you know, when I get an incidental catch like a domesticated animal, that just sucks, and I hate it. He was uninjured, and it didn't cut him or anything, but if he'd have been there all night, it'd have killed him, or the coyotes would have come and got him. So try to keep that in mind, folks. I love dogs. I have a couple myself, and last thing I want to see is an incidental catch where I catch a dog or something like that, and it gets killed. So that being said, I reset 3 snares today, or actually set up 3 new snares today, and they're all within a fairly close proximity of each other. What I'm trying to do is to nail down a certain entry point over here at Mr. Lowball's. I'm going to show them to you. I kind of used what do you want to call it, a little bit of a tactical thing here and there, try to divert the direction of the animal. I do have to make a few more adjustments on one certain piece, but I think we'll be all right. And as far as that goes, I'll get it set up and we'll be done. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Okay, now I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna get you down here in the view of the animal. If you take a look right out that direction, you see this open channel, and right there is the snare. I'll take you a little bit up to it so you can see it better. But there it is, right there. We got one right there. I got one right there ahead of us. And then I also have one right here. So there you go. I'm going to make some adjustments on that one, kind of block this in a little bit. If you're going to do that stuff, you got to try to make it look natural, kind of like this. They don't like seeing things that are straight up and down or symmetrical. That'll make them nervous. But I'm hoping to catch me a couple this way in this particular spot. Yeah, and take a few more of them fawn killers out here. I was doing a little bit more antler searching. I did find another deer carcass. It wasn't a very, very old one, but it was ripped to pieces, so I would venture to say a coyote got a hold of it and tore it up. It wasn't a very big one. So that's why I do what I do, and we've already got one out of here this year. Also, I got one out of there. Didn't have nothing there this morning when I went in, and didn't see anything this morning when I checked my other snares. But anyway or other, I'm going to make one more run up and down the lane here since I've been here a while before we go, and then we're going to call it a day. Come back out here tomorrow afternoon and check and see what we got. So anyway or other, again, folks, you know, I love being outdoors, and I love dogs. Man, don't let your dogs run loose, because it sucks. It sucks when I have to come up there and try to cut them out, or you know, in this particular case, I was lucky. All I had to do is just get him to lay down and loosen it up and take him out of it. But it sucks catching an animal that you're not going after, especially if it's a domestic dog. So as a pet owner, do your job, and I'll make sure that I do mine as well, and we'll all kind of coexist and cooperate. So please don't let your dogs run loose, especially if you're out in the country, because like I said, it could have turned out a whole lot worse than it did. And that poor thing was scared. He was just laying down. He knew he was stuck and he couldn't go nowhere. But like I said, if I hadn't checked my traps like I'm supposed to every 24 hours, you know, that dog could have laid out here last night and got ate alive by the coyotes, and boy, that would have been that'd have been bad news right there. I'd have hated to come up on something like that. So anyway, if you're in the Hardwood Adventures, checking it out, why don't you remind your friends too, man, and let them know, hey, don't let your dogs run loose, because you don't know what the hell's going on out here. You know, they could get attacked by a coyote and not even be trapped. So you know, just pass the word along to your friends, and you know, hopefully they'll get the idea and realize that it's serious business out here. And you know, if you love your dog that much, you really shouldn't take the risk and let them get out here and get hurt. Ain't nothing wrong with you going out walking with them or letting them run with you. You know what I'm saying? Because all these are snares. They're not like a foothold trap where it's going to grab the dog, break his leg, or anything like that. But these, in this particular case, it wasn't set high. If they are set high, that dog chokes to death. And yeah, that would suck. That would be bad. So anyway, remind your friends. Keep your animals safe. That way everything else is okay. So other than that, that's all I got. Hope to have something to show you this week. And if not, then we'll just keep going at it. Turkey season's coming up real quick, so we'll be going over the calls and stuff like that here before too long. So I'm always interested in doing that, and I'm always excited because that means spring's just around the corner. We'll be doing some fishing this year down there at the Lodge Pond again. Might even try to get out and go to the Pay Lakes or something like that. Get my nephews and the boys together, and we'll call the night of it, and I'll try to record some of it. So that's always a good time, by the way. But anyway, get out and enjoy the woods and have a great time. We'll talk to you later.